Hello students. In the previous lecture you have discussed about distance and displacement. Now in this lecture we are going to discuss some numerical problems and some important questions based on distance and displacement. So let's start with the first question. First question is, a body is moving along a circular path of radius r. Suppose you have a circular path like this whose radius is r. Fine. What is the distance and displacement of the body when it completes half a revolution? Half the revolution means if a body starts from point A, it reaches to point B like this, which is half of the circle, half the revolution. Now, what is the distance and displacement in this case? We know that distance is actual path covered by the body. Now, the actual path covered by the body is this perimeter of half circle. We know that the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r, but it sweeps half circle, so it becomes 2 pi r upon 2, which becomes pi into r. Fine. So the distance of the body is pi r. Clear? But if we talk about displacement, we know that displacement is the shortest path between initial and the final position. So A is the initial position and B is the final position. So shortest path is AB, means diameter of the circle. The diameter of the circle is twice the radius. So the distance is pi r in this case, and the displacement is 2 into r, means diameter of the circle. Now the question is, an athlete completes one round of circular track of diameter 200 meter, means diameter is 200 meter. Fine. In 40 seconds, means he covers this circle of diameter 200 meter in 40 seconds. Fine. What will be the distance covered and the displacement at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? 2 minutes 20 seconds means 140 seconds. Clear? Now he covers this circular track in 40 seconds. Fine. Now in 140 seconds he will cover 3.5 circles. Fine. We know that the circumference of the circle is pi into d or 2 pi r. Fine. If you are given with diameter, you can apply this formula, pi into d. So he covers 3.5 circles in 140 seconds or 2 minutes 20 seconds. So the total distance becomes 3.5 into pi d. The value of d is 200 meters. Then we have 3.5 into 200 into pi, it becomes 700 pi. So the distance covered is 700 pi. But we know that the displacement is the shortest path between initial and the final position. Suppose the athlete starts from this point, covers complete 3 circles and half to this point. Fine. Now the initial point is this, final point is this. The shortest path is the diameter of the circle. Fine. And the diameter is 200 meter. So the displacement in this question becomes 200 meter, but the distance is 700 pi meter. Clear? Now the question number 3, what is the displacement of the earth when it completes one revolution around the sun? Suppose this is your sun and the earth is revolving around the sun like this. Fine. suppose it starts from this point and completes one revolution and reaches to this point again. Now, after completion of one revolution, the initial and the final position of the earth is same. If the initial and the final position of the earth is same, in that case the displacement becomes 0. I'm repeating again. If the initial and the final position of the object or the earth is same, in that case the displacement becomes 0. The next question is, if an object has moved through a distance, can it have 0 displacement? Let us solve this question with an example. Suppose you have an object or a body. Fine. You throw that body in the upward direction like this. Suppose it covers 10 meters in this direction. Then it returns back to the same point. Fine. Again it travels 10 meters. Now the total distance in this case becomes 10 plus 10, it becomes 20 meters. Fine. Now if you talk about displacement, displacement is the shortest path between initial and final position. In this case, the initial and the final position is same. Fine. So displacement becomes 0. I'm repeating again. Distance is the total path covered by the body. In this case, the object travels 10 meter in upward direction, again 10 meter in downward direction. So the total distance becomes 10 plus 10, it becomes 20. But if we talk about displacement, the initial and the final position of the body is same, so the displacement becomes 0. Clear? So if an object has some distance, it can have 0 displacement. Clear? Thank you.